Joining us live, Republican Congressman Buck McKeon, the chairman of the House Armed Services Committee. Also with us, Democratic Congressman Adam Smith, a ranking member of the House Armed Services Committee. Congressman McKeon, to you first. The proposal here is that military members and even retired members, people who have done their service under the president's budget, are going to see a huge jump in the premiums that they pay for Tricare, the medical health insurance service for military retirees and members.
That's right, from 97 up to 345–50% over the next 5 years, and means testing for military. It's just another hit on military. You know, the military counts for 20% of our overall budget, but 50% of the savings have come out of defense. And these people that have given so much for us, why are they to be singled out? The other civilian defense employees are not being hit with this same increase. They're not going to be means tested.
Why is that?
I don't know. To me, it's a fairness issue, and I don't know why we just keep trying to solve our financial problems on the back of the military. If we keep doing that, who's going to have our backs the next time we get attacked?
So some of these troops, for instance, back from Afghanistan, who have been out fighting the war, they come back, the Pentagon says, welcome home, welcome home, we're going to increase your medical health care premiums 300% or more.
Iraq, Afghanistan, and they've been there, some of them, many times.
And it isn't just those serving now or recent veterans. This also goes to, I mean, retirees in their 60s and 70s and beyond.
Yeah, I don't know all the details. We haven't seen all the details yet. As we go through the process, we're just in the hearing process. Now we had all of the service chiefs, and now we're having the combatant commanders. And then we'll go to subcommittee where we can really delve down into more of the issues. We just got the budget a couple of weeks ago.
Well, this has to be approved by Congress. Do you think the mood is there in Congress? I mean, you've told the Pentagon they have to cut their budget by what, $487 billion over 10 years.
And the sequestration, which would be another $500–600 billion.
That's a trillion altogether if that happens.
Over a trillion. And I just think it's just asking too much of the Defense Department. We understand that everything has to be on the table. People spoke loud and clear, I think, during the last election, but again, to take such a big part of the savings out of defense, those who have, you know, they lay their life on the line for us every day. We have troops over there in Afghanistan as we speak that probably go outside the wire today on patrols. They should not have to be thinking about the increase in their health care costs or their retirement or what's going to happen to their families. They should be able to concentrate on their missions. We shouldn't be putting them through this.
Congressman Buck McKeon, thanks for sharing your thoughts with us.
Thank you, John.
Let's talk about it now with Democratic Congressman Adam Smith of Washington. Congressman Smith, you have been quoted as saying that this is just essentially what private business would do when it faces increased costs. It would try to cut back someplace.
Yeah, I haven't actually said it quite that way. There's no question. We have a deficit that's 38% of what we spend. We need to find savings everywhere. Now, I agree with Congressman McKeon on two key points. One, we have to make sure that we take care of our military and their families. And two, it shouldn't just be defense that bears the brunt of this. I've argued, for instance, that we shouldn't just extend all of the Bush tax cuts. We should find some revenue so that we're not faced with these choices. And we have to look at all the spending in the budget. I completely agree with that. I also think we need to keep some perspective on the health care costs. In 1996, the members of the military paid about 27% of the cost of their health care. Right now, they pay about 10%. At the end of this plan, they would pay about 14%. The real demon here is the incredible increase in health care costs. And I would answer one other issue. Civilian employees, even at the end of this, will pay 2 and 3 times more for their health care than the military. Right now, they pay 4 and 5 times more. So the reason that civilians are included in this is they're already seeing their health care costs go up, and their health care costs are already scheduled to go up. It's only been in the military that we've capped it, that there's no increase in premiums, no increase in copay. So let me be clear. The people who serve in our military deserve a better health care plan than anybody else. And they will have a much better health care plan than anyone else, even at the end of this process. we're talking about, for the first time in, gosh, almost 20 years now, having increases in the premiums over a period of time. But again, at the end of it, they will still be paying vastly less than anybody else, which I think is perfectly appropriate.
According to the article that we first saw on this, written by Bill Gertz, the Washington Free Beacon, the administration has said to Congress, in effect, that part of what they're trying to do here is to push some of these military employees and retirees out of the Tricare program and into the new, the president's new health care
Absolutely
program.
not true. It's absolutely not true. We're maintaining Tricare. We want them in Tricare. The main benefit of giving Tricare for life, which was finally implemented, I think, sometime in the late 90s, is that when you turn 65, everybody has Medicare. Even people in the military will have Medicare. But what the people in the military will have is they will have Tricare paying their Medigap insurance to make up for what Medicare doesn't pay. And we will keep that. This plan absolutely locks in Tricare, absolutely locks in the fact that those who serve in the military will pay much less for their health care, and I think we have to do that. I agree with Chairman McKeon. We have to protect these people who are serving. We have to protect their families. I think we are doing that. I think we're maintaining a health care plan that is vastly superior to any other that's available to any other federal employee. In fact, available to most, if not all, other private employees for that matter, and I'm committed to making sure we do that.
Well, it has to be approved by Congress. We'll keep an eye on this and let our viewers know where this thing goes. Congressman Adam Smith, Democrat of Washington, thank you.
Thank you.